Kelley, and I'm the New York State lead organizer for Mothers Out Front, mobilizing mothers around the issue of climate change on behalf of our children. October 2012 in Cambridge, Massachusetts. The wind was howling and the rain was lashing at the windows. I kept glancing at the huge oak tree in our neighbor's front yard as it swayed in the wind, and I wondered if it started to fall, would I have enough time to grab my children and get to the basement? Superstorm Sandy had arrived and was unleashing its power and might up and down the East Coast. Superstorm Sandy was the second costliest hurricane in U.S. history, the first being Hurricane Katrina. And we know that as the man-made climate crisis worsens, caused by humans burning fossil fuels, the same fossil fuels being carried into our state from the Bakken Shale by these bomb trains, storms like Sandy will increase in intensity and frequency. By that fall, my family and I were doing everything we could to reduce our carbon footprint. Many of you are probably familiar with the list: buying wind power, buying carbon offsets, selling a car, turning our thermostat down, eating less meat, and I knew it wasn't enough. And I felt utterly powerless and completely alone. And so when I was invited to a meeting of mothers coming together out of our shared concern for our children's future, I said yes, although I was skeptical. What could one more group possibly do in the face of such an enormous and overwhelming problem? But it was there that I first saw this timeline of how you build a movement and how you build power over time that gave me hope, and I was hooked. And although I do have moments of despair at the brokenness of the world around us and the severity of the climate crisis, environmental racism, Black lives being devalued day after day after day, when I'm cycling in upstate New York, enjoying the glorious countryside, and a bomb train comes out of nowhere, endless and ominous, I have this fear in the pit of my stomach. But it is moments like today, when I am here with you all from Rochester, New York, that I have great hope. That acting together, we will be unstoppable. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was the tar sands facility boiler permit that was temporarily delayed in May, caused by you all. Thank you. I have hope. We know what we have to do. We have to transition our economy, global economy, swiftly and completely off of fossil fuels to a clean energy future. We have to break the power of the fossil fuel industry by holding our leaders, including Governor Cuomo, accountable. And that includes stopping these bomb trains. We are organizing mothers. And we have gotten started in Monroe County. We need mothers organizing in Albany. And to help us do that, there are two things you can do right now. The first is to sign our declaration to protect our children in the face of climate change. Linda has those forms. And the second, so the first entry point for mothers is our house parties. We will follow up with you if you sign up to host a house party in Albany. It will take every single one of us and more. Thank you.
Thank you.